Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speak English with Cath. I'm really happy you're here today. Many English learners feel comfortable speaking one-on-one, but when the conversation becomes a group conversation, everything suddenly feels different. People speak faster. Different voices talk at the same time, and sometimes you feel invisible. Maybe you want to say something, but the moment passes and the conversation moves on. If you have ever felt like this, you are not alone. Lester is here with me today.
Hello, everyone. Kath, this topic is very real for me.
Tell us more.
When I talk with one person in English, I feel okay. But when there are 4 or 5 people talking together, I become very quiet. Everyone talks so fast, and by the time I think of what to say, the topic already changes.
That is a very common experience. Group conversations can be challenging, even for native speakers, because the conversation moves quickly, and sometimes people interrupt each other.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes I feel like there is no space for me to speak.
That feeling is very normal, but today we will learn something important. You don't need to speak a lot in group conversations. You only need to know when and how to enter the conversation.
Enter the conversation?
Yes, think of a group conversation like a moving train. If you wait too long, the train moves forward. But if you know the right moment, you can step in naturally.
That makes sense.
Let's imagine a simple situation. You are with coworkers during lunch. 3 people are talking about their weekend. One person says, "I went hiking last weekend." Another person says, "That sounds fun." This is a perfect moment to join. You could say something simple like, "I like hiking too."
Oh, that's easy.
Yes, you don't need a long story. Just connect your idea to the topic.
So the key is listening first.
Exactly. Listening helps you find the right moment. Now let's talk about a very helpful phrase. When you want to join a conversation politely, you can say, "Can I add something?"
Can I add something?
Yes. This phrase signals that you would like to speak, and most people will naturally give you space.
That's very useful.
Another simple phrase is, "That reminds me." This phrase connects your idea to what someone just said. For example, "That reminds me, I went hiking last month."
Oh, that feels very natural.
Yes, it creates a smooth transition. Now, let's try a small role play. Imagine we're in a group conversation. I will start talking, you listen, and then join. Ready?
Ready.
Yesterday, I tried a new restaurant. The food was amazing.
Oh, really? What kind of food?
It was Italian food.
That reminds me, I tried an Italian restaurant last week.
Perfect. See how you joined the conversation?
Yes, that felt smooth.
Because you connected your experience to the topic. Now let's talk about another challenge. Sometimes learners feel afraid to interrupt.
Yes, I feel that. I don't want to be rude.
That's a thoughtful feeling, but in many English conversations, small interruptions are normal, especially in friendly discussions. You don't need to wait for complete silence. You can enter when someone finishes a sentence. For example, when someone pauses.
So timing is important.
Yes, listening carefully helps you notice small pauses. Now imagine this situation. A group of friends is talking about movies. One person says, "I watched a great movie last night." Another person asks, "What movie was it?" This is a great moment to join. You could say, "Oh, I love movies," or "What kind of movie?"
Those sentences are simple.
Exactly, and simple sentences work best in fast conversations. Now, let's practice something else. Sometimes you want to show that you are listening, even if you are not speaking much. You can use small responses like, "Really? That's interesting. Wow, I see."
Oh, yes. Those small words help show interest.
Exactly, and they keep you part of the conversation even if you are not telling a long story.
I think that helps reduce pressure.
It does, because group conversations are not about speaking all the time. They're about participating, listening, reacting, sharing small ideas.
That sounds much more comfortable.
Good. Now let's imagine another real-life situation. You are in a meeting. Several people are discussing a project. You have an idea, but you feel nervous speaking in front of everyone.
Yes, that happens to many learners.
In this situation, a helpful phrase is, I have a small idea.
That sounds humble.
Yes, it feels gentle and respectful. Then you can continue with your thought. For example, I have a small idea. Maybe we can try another design.
That sounds natural.
And often, people will listen carefully because you signaled clearly that you want to contribute.
I like that phrase.
Now, let's practice a short meeting conversation. I'll start. We need to improve our website design. Do you have any suggestions?
I have a small idea. Maybe we can make the homepage simpler.
That's a great suggestion.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's how group communication works. Small contributions, clear ideas, respectful tone, and little by little, your confidence grows.
I can see that.
And something important happens when you start speaking more in groups. People begin to recognize your voice. They start including you naturally in the conversation.
That would feel amazing.
And it happens step by step. First, you listen, then you add small comments, then you share ideas. And slowly, you feel like a natural part of the group.
That's encouraging.
And in a moment, we're going to explore more real-life group situations and practice simple ways to join conversations with confidence.
Let's continue exploring group conversations, because the more situations you imagine, the more prepared you will feel in real life, and preparation helps reduce nervousness.
Yes, when I can imagine the situation before it happens, I feel more confident.
Exactly. Your brain likes familiarity. When something feels familiar, it feels safer. So let's imagine another common situation. You are sitting with coworkers during lunch. 4 or 5 people are talking together. The conversation moves quickly. One person talks about food. Another talks about travel. Sometimes the topic changes suddenly.
Yes, that happens a lot. Sometimes I feel lost when the topic changes quickly.
That's normal. Even native speakers sometimes feel that way. But here is a helpful tip. Instead of trying to follow every word, listen for the main idea. For example, maybe you hear words like restaurant, delicious, dinner. These words tell you the topic is food.
So I should focus on the topic, not every sentence.
Exactly. When you understand the topic, you can join more easily. For example, if the group is talking about food, you can say, I love trying new restaurants, or my favorite food is noodles.
Those sentences are easy to remember.
Yes, simple sentences are perfect for group conversations. Now let's imagine a small lunch conversation. I'll start the conversation. Ready?
Ready.
I tried a new restaurant last weekend. The food was amazing.
Really? What kind of food?
Thai food. Very spicy, but very delicious.
Oh, I like Thai food too.
Perfect. See what you did? You joined the conversation by sharing your opinion.
Yes, it felt natural.
Another helpful way to join a conversation is by asking a question. Questions are powerful because they invite others to speak.
That's true.
For example, if someone says, I went to the beach last weekend, you could ask, was it crowded? Or, how was the weather?
That keeps the conversation going.
Exactly. Now let's practice that. I'll say something and you respond with a question. I went hiking last Saturday.
Oh, nice. Where did you go hiking?
Very good. That question continues the conversation.
I see how useful questions are.
Yes, questions help you stay active in the discussion. Now let's talk about something many learners worry about, speaking too slowly.
Yes, sometimes I feel slow compared to other people.
But speaking slowly is not a problem. In fact, clear speech is better than fast speech. If you speak calmly and clearly, people will understand you better.
That makes me feel better.
Good. Now imagine another situation. You are in a group discussion at work. Several people are sharing ideas. You agree with someone's idea. You can say, I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Yes, that sentence shows support. You can also say, that's a good idea.
That's simple and polite.
Exactly. Now imagine you have a slightly different opinion. You can say, I see your point, but maybe we could try this.
That sounds respectful.
Yes, it shows that you are listening while sharing your idea. Now let's try a small group discussion role play. Imagine we are in a meeting. We are talking about improving a project. I'll start. I think we should make the website more colorful.
That's a good idea.
Thank you. What do you think?
Maybe we could also add more pictures.
Great suggestion. See how the conversation grows?
Yes, each person adds something small.
Exactly. Group conversations are like building something together. Everyone contributes a small piece. Now let's talk about a different situation. Sometimes in group conversations, two people start speaking at the same time.
Yes, that happens often.
When that happens, you can say politely, sorry, you go first.
That's very polite.
Yes, and the other person will usually thank you. Then, after they finish speaking, you can continue.
That helps avoid awkward moments.
Exactly. Polite phrases help conversations stay comfortable. Now I want to talk about another important skill, showing interest. When someone shares a story, you can respond with small expressions. For example, that sounds fun. That's interesting. No way.
Those phrases make the conversation more lively.
Yes, they show that you are engaged, and when people feel listened to, they enjoy the conversation more.
That's true.
Now let's try a small example. I'll tell a short story, then you react. Yesterday, I tried cooking a new recipe, but I burned the food.
Oh no, that sounds difficult.
Exactly. Your reaction shows that you are listening. Now imagine another group situation. You are talking with friends. Someone tells a funny story. You can say, that's funny, or that happened to me once.
Oh, sharing a similar story is a good way to join.
Yes, it connects your experience with the conversation. Now let's try one more practice. I'll tell a story, then you join the conversation. Last month, I traveled to a beautiful island. The beaches were amazing.
That sounds wonderful. I went to an island last year.
Perfect. That is a natural connection. I'm starting to see a pattern. What pattern do you notice?
Group conversations are about reacting and connecting ideas.
Exactly. React, ask, share. Those three actions help you stay involved. React, ask, share. That's easy to remember.
Yes, and when you practice these skills regularly, group conversations start to feel less stressful.
I can imagine that. And in a moment, we're going to practice longer group conversations and learn how to stay confident even when the discussion becomes fast or unpredictable. Now, let's spend some time practicing longer group conversations. Because when you imagine real conversations, your brain learns how to respond naturally. And when the moment happens in real life, you feel more ready.
Yes, practice really helps. When we repeat situations, they become less scary.
Exactly. So let's imagine a situation many people experience. You are sitting with a group of coworkers after work. Everyone is talking about their weekend plans. The conversation is relaxed and friendly. One person says, I'm going to the beach this weekend. Another person says, that sounds fun. This is a great moment to join the conversation. You could say something simple like, I love the beach.
That feels easy to say.
Yes, then the conversation may continue. Let's try a small role play. I'll start the conversation. I'm going to the beach this weekend.
That sounds nice. I love the beach.
Yes, it's very relaxing. Do you go to the beach often?
Not often, but I went last month.
Perfect. You joined the conversation and shared your experience.
It feels natural when the topic is simple.
Exactly. Most group conversations are about simple topics: travel, food, movies, weekend plans, daily life. These topics are easy to talk about. Now, let's imagine another group situation. You and some friends are talking about movies. One person says, I watched a great movie last night. Another person asks, what movie was it? This is a great moment to join the discussion. You could say, I like action movies, or I watched a movie last weekend.
Yes, connecting your idea to the topic again.
Exactly. Now let's practice that. I watched a great movie yesterday.
Really? What movie was it?
It was a comedy, very funny.
Oh, nice. I like comedy movies.
Great. You reacted, asked a question, and shared your opinion. React, ask, share.
React, ask, share.
Yes, that simple pattern helps you stay involved in group conversations. Now, let's talk about something important. Sometimes you might lose track of the conversation. Maybe people speak quickly. Maybe several people talk at the same time.
Yes, that happens often.
When that happens, it's okay to ask for clarification. You can say, "Sorry, what are we talking about?" Or, "Sorry, I missed that."
That's helpful.
Yes, and most people will happily explain again. Remember, communication is about understanding each other.
So it's okay to ask for help.
Of course. Now, let's imagine another real-life situation. You are in a team meeting. Several people are discussing ideas. You want to support someone's idea. You can say, "I think that's a great idea."
That's positive and supportive.
Yes, and when people feel supported, conversations become more friendly. Now imagine you want to add something to the idea. You can say, "Maybe we could also try this."
That sounds collaborative.
Exactly. Now let's try a short meeting conversation. I think we should create more videos for our website.
That's a great idea. Maybe we could also add short tutorials.
Excellent suggestion. That's exactly how teamwork conversations work.
Small ideas built together.
Yes, now I want to talk about something emotional that many learners experience, feeling invisible in group conversations.
Yes, that feeling can be uncomfortable. Sometimes everyone is talking and I feel like I don't belong.
That feeling is very common, but remember something important. Your voice matters. Even if your English is simple, even if your sentence is short, your idea is still valuable.
That's encouraging to hear.
And often, the first time you speak in a group feels the hardest, but after that first moment, it becomes easier.
Because people recognize your voice.
Exactly. Once you speak, people naturally include you more. They might ask your opinion. They might respond to your idea, and suddenly you feel like part of the conversation.
That would feel great.
And it happens step by step. First, you listen. Then you react. Then you ask questions. Then you share your thoughts. Little by little, your confidence grows.
I can see how that works.
Now, before we finish today's episode, let's do one final group roleplay. Imagine 3 friends talking about travel. I'll start. Last year, I traveled to Japan. It was an amazing experience.
That sounds exciting. I want to visit Japan someday.
You should. The food is incredible.
I love Japanese food.
Perfect. That was a natural group conversation.
Yes, it felt comfortable.
And that's the goal. Comfort, not perfection. Group conversations are not about speaking perfectly. They're about sharing ideas, reacting, and enjoying the moment.
React, ask, share.
Exactly. That simple strategy can help you participate in many conversations. And to everyone listening today, remember this. If you feel quiet in group conversations, you are not alone. Many learners feel the same way. But with small steps and simple phrases, you can slowly become part of the conversation. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. And every time you speak, you are building confidence.
Yes, every conversation is practice.
Thank you so much for listening to Speak English with Cath. We're very happy you spent this time with us today.
Take care, everyone.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.